And another week's gone. Happy Wednesday, everyone. How are you doing? Let me know in the comments. Would love to know. Let's talk about the process of overcoming imposter syndrome today, because there is a framework I work with to give my one-to-one clients a clear understanding of our journey together. And it is important to understand that what I'm sharing with you is a framework, which is then tailor-made to each individual client, because we all have our own stories to tell, right? And we all are at different stages of our relationship with imposter syndrome. So this is not a copy cutter, one form fits all situation, but having a framework and understanding the process is important to my clients. As I work with business owners and business leaders who like clarity, just like me, I love clarity. The framework has 3 parts to it, and our journey starts at 6 months to really dive into each of these 3 parts. So the stages of the framework are focused on your past, your present, and your future. And once again, it is important to address these 3 stages as the whole package. Why? Well, if only we deal with our past, we might easily get stuck in the old stories which have been running our whole life, going round and round about what happened, why did it happen, why am I feeling like I'm feeling, but not really moving out of those stories and moving forward. So this is if we just stay in the past. Equally, if we only focus on moving forward, forcing our way out of imposter syndrome into the future without actually clearing the past stories and beliefs and wounds, we are not going to create a sustainable change, because the old subconscious beliefs will at some point, at some stage, they will pull us back to our old way of thinking and experiencing life. That's why it's important to work within the whole framework. That's why I've created the framework. So let's briefly look at each of the stages and what happens in each of them. So number 1, the past. The reason for spending time in our past is, well, this is where our imposter syndrome challenge originates. In our childhood, mostly in our childhood. There are certain events that have left an imprint in our subconscious mind, and these imprints then started running our lives when it comes to our internal beliefs about ourselves and now how we relate to the world around us. This is a very, very gentle stage of the framework. A lot of compassion, a lot of holding. There is no blaming, there is no judging. This is working with your inner child that is always a part of you, no matter how old you are at the moment. So in this stage, we start bringing these subconscious imprints up to the surface and making them actually conscious, seeing them for what they are, again, without judging them. At a certain point then, we start moving into the stage number 2, our presence at the moment. And again, depending on the client circumstances, we start shifting to the present moment when the client is ready. And we start observing how these now conscious imprints influence your current life. We start seeing the current reality from a different perspective. And this is when we start really understanding that I can actually change these patterns and beliefs, like I'm not good enough, or I'm too much, I'm not worthy. We can actually change them. So this is where I start seeing, the client starts seeing that the change is possible for them. And then we move into the future. And this is a showtime, baby. So this is like, okay, it's time to start rewiring those old subconscious beliefs and start replacing them with new beliefs that are going to support me in showing up in the world with true internal confidence, not that pretended confidence we push ourselves to display when we struggle with imposter syndrome. It's about true confidence. So these are the 3 stages of the framework I work with. Again, everyone has their own rhythm. There is no right and there is no wrong. This is not about you comparing yourself to anybody else. This is your own journey. If you would like to learn more about my 6-month program called From Pretended to True Confidence, or if you would like to book a free 90-minute coaching session with me, then either DM me or click in the link in the post and book your preferred time. Have a fantastic rest of your week. And as always, I will see you next Wednesday.